You might be the only person in your bloodline that can retire your mother, retire your father, help out your siblings, give your siblings the life that they've always dreamed of. But there's one thing that you cannot do, and that is quit. Because if you quit, there's a 0% chance that your mom can finally live the life that she's always wanted, or your sister, or even your future family. It lies on you. So if you go and quit, your whole family's just going to be working jobs that they may not even like. But of course, that comes with great pressure. But as like a young man, has that fire inside of him that's just getting started with his life. You haven't been working that job like your dad that he's hated for the past 25 years. You're at the start of your journey. You're young. You never really get tired. You can just keep on working no matter what. That should excite you. You need to take the bull by the horns and just go crazy. Just continue to work. Enjoy the work. Don't just come home and do some bullshit like jump on a game or watch TV. Because ultimately, that ain't gonna do shit. I'm not saying you can't enjoy your life, and rest is important, but before you rest, there's things you need to do, and you've got to make sure that you do them. Okay? But when you're taking on this big mission, I want to make it clear that balance is very important. Otherwise, you will get to the point where you're restless. It's like all the work that you used to love, that shit feels like a chore now. And don't just focus on the money, because I feel like from experience, the more you focus just on the money, I know ultimately that's the goal. The only reason you're doing the work is to get the money. I understand that. But there is some weird logic that the more you focus on something, the further away that goal gets. You know, like the further away the carrot just seems to just run away on the pig. Yeah, like you got to focus on all areas of self-improvement. Otherwise, the money may increase, but like you as a person, and arguably the most important thing, it's just you overall as a person. It just stays here, or it may even do that because you're not allowing time to look after your health, look after the relationships. You're not really socializing with the right people, and when you are socializing, it feels like you need to escape all the work, so you start doing habits that again just take you away from the goal. And especially your family, like you want to make sure you're keeping these relationships intact. But yeah, like bro, like you cannot quit. Like quitting's not an option, especially for the people that are on the journey. They're watching this video for the motivation. You're too far in. Like, you get to a point like you're at the start and you start to improve, and then there's a line. Once you cross that line, bro, the gates are shut. You're stuck in that motherfucking pit, right? You're stuck in that war zone. I've tried it. Like I've tried taking a step back, but not necessarily quitting, but even when you're taking rests, like little breaks. I don't mean like an hour or 2 hours. I mean like you might take like a day break or a week break because you feel like you just need to reset. And maybe you just go to the gym, do your 9 to 5. You stop creating content, or you're not really keeping an eye on the stock market. Whatever it is that you guys are doing. I've tried it. You in your head, you know that you're being a bitch. In your head, you know that you're being a bitch, but you're like, shit, like I do need to take this break because there's shit that I got to plan. But suddenly it's like, oh, all it takes is 10 minutes to record a video. 10 minutes work, like I can't put in 10 minutes work. Oh nah, like I've got to go record. So you start recording the videos and you just end up getting straight back into it. And another thing for the people that feel like they're just stuck in a rut is analyze your work. That's something that in the moment you get so caught up. For let's say content creators, people like me, you're looking at your views and the videos you're creating, they're not getting the traction that you were hoping for, or maybe you once had. Maybe it's just you need to analyze it. Maybe you are in that mindset of, oh, I've got to get a video out. So you're not really planning, you're not saying the right things. The message ain't hitting, you're not planning it out well enough to execute it. Whereas before, you was taking that extra time because it didn't feel like work, you were enjoying it. That's one thing you can do. Sometimes it is a case of you just got to wait your turn. Like you're not you're not due to win just yet. But if you look into that, it's like, why are you not due to win? Is it your mindset? Is it your attitude? Is it the habits that you're doing? Are you even ready to become the person? It's one thing saying it, but there's one thing getting it and keeping these results. It's not just like a one and done thing. Okay, so maybe a thing of you need to analyze the work that you're doing. Are you working with intention, or are you just going through the motions? Okay, there's many things that you can do to get around the rut of just throwing your toys out the pram and, nah, I'm quitting, it's not working. Other times, it might, from my experience, the shoe may just not fit, okay? Maybe what you think you should be doing, what your destiny is, may not actually be what you're supposed to be doing. I went through it. I don't know if you guys are avid watchers of mine, but I've done appointments and I've done Instagram theme pages. I've went into, online sales, done all these things, which I thought was right at the time. And maybe at the time it was right, but it wasn't. It was never supposed to be a long-term thing. I had to go in there and learn lessons about myself, lessons about life, lessons about people. And that's why now I'm creating these videos for you guys, because I learned a hell of a lot, and quitting, nothing comes with it. You don't gain anything from quitting. You just waste your time. You just understand that you weren't built to finish the missions that you set out of. And there's people, without even realizing it, there's people that are relying on you. You could be relying on yourself. For me, it's a pride thing. Like, I couldn't live with myself knowing that I quit. I'd rather go to the very end, the depths of fucking death, other than like not quitting, to realize that it wasn't meant to be. And that's what I've done with these old side hustles. Like, I didn't just not make any money, or not make I did make money, but not as much money as I thought I was gonna make. I didn't just go, oh nah, fuck this, I'm quitting. I stopped it. I stepped away. I took literally a whole month to analyze that. Okay, like, am I being a bitch, or is it something more than that? Stepped away. I didn't have a weekend off. Bro, like, the same day, I was jumping on a meeting with a guy to discuss the personal brand and what direction I'm going to do it. I've, even the personal brand, been doing it since April. It's been a journey. Started on TikTok, then I went over to Instagram, now I'm on YouTube. And YouTube, definitely, I get the most out of it because I can make a nice long video with actual information to help you guys, rather than just 30 seconds, let me go viral. But yeah, quitting's not an option. Quitting is not an option. You've always got to get it done. Right now, yeah, this is my setup. I'm away in a hotel right now. I had you guys balanced there, and I got a light beneath me on the floor. I've literally just stepped back through the door after a day of college just to create this video. I was there like, now this week is going to be difficult, but all I need is someone to put my phone in a decent line. Is not the best, but we get it in, and that's what we do around here. That's our mission.